Hello and welcome to another GCSE revision video, and in this video I want to talk about how we round. Well, the actual rule for rounding is extremely simple. If the digit immediately after the one to be rounded is 5 or more, then we round up to the next number. Otherwise, we leave it alone. So for example, if we have the number 23,456 and we want to round it to 2 sig figs, then we would round it to 23,000. The reason is because immediately after the second significant figure, that is to say the third significant figure, it's a 4 which is less than 5, so we don't touch the 3. So the answer is 23,000. Now some people get themselves a bit confused because they think, but the number after the 4 is a 5, so that 5 should make the 4 round up to a 5, and then that 5 should make the 3 round up to a 4. Well, that is wrong. If you start thinking like that and go all the way to the least significant digit and start rounding up until you get to the one you want, what you're actually doing is compounding rounding errors. We're rounding to 2 significant figures because it's the 2 significant figures that we care about. Those are the ones that we are confident in our measurements. We can have some degree of confidence about the one immediately to the right, but that's about as far as we can possibly stretch the limits of our confidence. So that's why we look at the one that's immediately after the one that we're rounding to, and we ignore all the others because they're increasingly less significant and increasingly less reliable when it comes to our measurements. Okay, well, when we say something like 2 plus 2 equals 4, what exactly is it that we're saying? Well, when we're dealing with counting numbers, or just when we're counting, we're just saying, well, you've got 2 of one thing, you've got 2 of another thing, you stick them together and you've now got 4. But when we're dealing with real life measurements, when we say 2, what we're actually meaning is everything from 1.5 up to, but not including, 2.5. So somewhat weirdly, 2 plus 2 can equal 3, 4, or 5. I know that sounds absolutely ridiculous. 1.5 plus 1.5 is equal to 3.0. And if you try and round that, that's effectively saying 2 plus 2 equals 3. And then if you take your measurements 2.0 plus 2.0 is equal to 4.0, well, if you round that, you get 2 plus 2 equals 4. And if you take the measurement 2.4 plus 2.4 and you add those together, you get 4.8, which actually rounds to 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. When you round too soon or too often, this leads to wrong answers, and we call them rounding errors. To avoid rounding errors, always work to the highest degree of accuracy possible and round off only at the very end of your calculations. Also, it's customary only to round off your answer, otherwise you do get silly results like this. Okay, so you should be fully empowered now to answer this question. What is 2/3 to 4 decimal places? Why don't you have a go at that? Pause the video, have a go yourself, and when you think you've got your answer, play the video and I'll walk you through the answer. Okay then, so we're looking at what is 2/3 to 4 decimal places. So what we're doing is dividing dividing 2 by 3. So we've got the number 2. And we're trying to get 2/3. So that's 2 divided by 3. So 3 goes into 2 0 times. 0 times 3 is 0. Take that away. That leaves 2. We put in our decimal points. And we bring down our 0. So 3 goes into 26 times because 7 times 3 is 21, which goes a little bit over. So it's 6. And that leaves us with 6 times 3 is 18. Take that away. That leaves us with a remainder of 2. Okay, we can see where this is going. We put in another 0 and we bring down the 0 and we got 3 into 20 again. So this is going to be 0.6666666 and the 6's are going to go on forever. Now we want this to 4 decimal places. Now the first digit after the decimal point is the first decimal place. The second digit after the decimal point is the second decimal place. So then we've got 3 decimal places. This is the 4th decimal place. This is the one that's going to be rounded. And this is the digit that we're looking at to see whether it's smaller than, equal to, or greater than 5. Now, it's a 6, which is bigger than 5. Well, it's equal to or bigger than 5. So the previous 6 gets rounded to a 7. So the answer is 0.36 and a 7. Okay, I hope that was helpful, and I would like to wish you all the best with your revision and all the best with your exams, and I'll see you in another video.